Hey guys, Alex here with my WWE No Way Out 2012 review. Show just got off the air, and oh boy, I thought this match looked bad on paper. It was worse than expected. I mean, the three matches that I were looking forward to the most, the two world title matches and the Intercontinental title match did deliver. Not quite as much as I expected, but pretty good. Everything else was shit. Absolute shit. I mean, this pay-per-view was horrible, and like those three matches saved it from being a complete travesty. But let's just get this over with. First match was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. Crowd was really, really hot for Ziggler, which I really like, and maybe that will be a sign to WWE to keep him in the main event picture, which I really, really hope they do, because guy is really underrated and deserves a chance. The match was pretty good, had a nice little pacing to it. Some people didn't like it. Trademark really hated this match. He hated this pay-per-view in general, which is not surprising. But I thought they did pretty well. There were a few botches, but just like missed spots, but I think they covered it all right. Pretty good finish, really, really hot finish. I mean, the finish was very well done and really kept you on the edge of your feet, and where I actually thought that Ziggler might win it and shock the world, but unfortunately not. I'm kind of hoping that they do something like where he drops Vicky as his manager and then wins the Money in the Bank and then goes on to cash in against. Oh, and I cannot forget this. The best part of this whole match was the beginning of the match. Vicky and Dolph are in their corner. The bell rings. Dolph does the whole kiss on the cheek, and like Sheamus goes for the bro kick, like teasing the WrestleMania moment. And, I really holy shit, they're gonna, and then he missed it, and I'm like, oh my god. So great tease there, WWE. I give him credit for that, and very well done. But pretty good match. I give it 3.5. Could have been a lot better if they gave him more time, I think. Then we had the Tuxedo match between Santino and Ricardo Rodriguez. Sorry. Nothing much to talk about. It was a comedy match, and I laughed, but it just went on a little too long in my opinion. It should have been on pay-per-view. It should have been on television. But I don't mind these two feuding because they are pretty funny in the ring. But Santino needs to drop the United States title just so it's not a champion doing this shitty feud. A star. Then we had Christian versus Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental title. Very, very good match. Better than their match at last month's show. I think these two guys have really, really worked well together. Had really great chemistry. I would not mind seeing a rematch between the two guys. Kind of wish that both these guys would be elevated to the main event or something, but I don't mind them working together as long as they keep putting on matches of this quality. Really good stuff. Really popped when Cody Rhodes kicked out the kill switch. I mean, I thought that was it, and it's he kicked out, and nice little back and forth at the end. The finishing sequence was really nice. The last 5 minutes of this match were very, very good. Really enjoyed this match. Again, this is probably right up there with Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. 3.5 star shot for me. Then we got a impromptu match, which was announced during the pre-show. It's a fatal four-way for the number one contenders for the tag team titles. It was between the Usos, Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd, Primo and Epico, and Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. And this match started out alright. Really kind of got boring in the middle. Basically, Primo and Epico were working over Gabriel, basically doing a heat segment. And it's you're in a fatal four with these the three other teams. You should be doing, kind of high fast-paced action, not, building heat, because you're working like a regular tag match. I will say that once Tyson Kidd got tagged in, it really picked up a lot. Tyson Kidd, very underrated, really worked well here. Spot of the night, or at least in this match, was the Hurricanrana to the out. Basically, Epico goes up, or I think it was Primo, I don't know, whichever one, goes up to the second rope on the outside, going to dive into everyone. Tyson Kidd hits him, does and Hurricanranas him into the group, which is holy shit. That was really, really cool. Probably the coolest spot of the night. I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but really cool. They really helped the finishing sequence of this match. The last 3-4 minutes really, really picked it up and helped to get it a lot better. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young win when AEW Epico and Primo's other manager basically cost him the match. Which I like that they're actually building up Titus O'Neil and Darren Young as a pretty good tag team, actually using their tag team division kind of well here. So I don't mind that too much, and I like this match, 2 3/4. Not great, but it was pretty damn good, better than I expected. Then we had the Divas Championship match, Layla and Beth Phoenix. Nothing really special here. I just don't think these two work well together. I don't know what it is. It's just they don't seem to work. They don't seem to mesh. Some people liked it. I couldn't get into it. They don't look like they deserve. They shouldn't be working together. 3.5 or a star and a half. Then we had another impromptu match: Sin Cara versus Hunico for the 1,000th time. Their basic match you've seen 100 times. I give it 2 stars. Hunico worked him over. Sin Cara made the comeback. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Nothing special. Then we had the match of the night. Triple threat match for the WWE Championship. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Kane. This match very, very pleasantly surprised me on how good it was. I was very impressed with how well it worked out. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan worked very, very well together, obviously, which they should have been in the match by themselves. But Kane added a little bit here. He was basically there to be the muscular guy, and they did a Doomsday at one point to Daniel Bryan. That was cool, and he was all right. He didn't hurt the match, I don't think. He had his moments where he was actually pretty nice. I didn't really like the finish though. The finish is kind of and basically the whole thing I had a problem with was the build with this match was all revolving around AJ. She was going to be the determining factor in this match, and she ended up being that because she kind of distracted Kane. But it's just at the last 5 seconds of the match, she runs down on the apron, gets bumped off. Kane gets distracted. GTS. That's it. And it's just it was just kind of really sudden. And I kind of expected her to play a bigger part of the match. I don't know if I like that or dislike it, but it just felt that if she was going to be such a big part of the build-up, she probably should have had a kind of a bigger part of the match. I liked how she didn't play a direct factor, but just kind of a little bit. But I don't know. I think if the finishing was better, I probably would give this 4 stars, but I'll give it 3 and 3/4. Pretty good. Also, Daniel Bryan got taken out with a GTS, and that was it. He was done. And it was kind of weird. Where's Daniel Bryan now? And but didn't mind. Like I said, good match. Hopefully that writes Kane out of the storyline because he got beat, but Daniel Bryan didn't. So maybe they'll have CM Punk and him will have a rematch at Money in the Bank, and then another one at SummerSlam. Please, God, let that happen. Then we got Ryback versus Jobbers. Star, same thing we've seen before. I don't mind Ryback on television, but just do not put him on fucking pay-per-view because we don't want to see squash matches on pay-per-view. And then we get the shit. The main event, steel cage match, John Cena, Big Show. John Cena loses, he's fired. Big Show loses, Johnny Ace is fired. What can I say about this match? It was just complete garbage. I mean that. I do not know why this was the main event. This was Big Show's offense, I swear to God. Punch John Cena, look at the crowd, yell at them, go back. Punch John Cena, go back, look at the crowd. That's it. Big Show did a top rope move again, which was alright, the ring just fucking sank almost. There's one other, I don't know. Just too many times he can get out now, he can get out. Didn't do it, kept fighting. Why? You're in a cage match, make the escape. And the ending was a complete clusterfuck. Brodus Clay came out, stopped Big Show from getting out after he punched out the referee and punched out. Oh, no, before that even. Okay. John Cena's going to make his escape. John Laurinaitis stops him. Vince McMahon stops Johnny Ace. Opens the door. Johnny Ace slams Vince into the cage, slams the door into Vince, or into Cena. Big Show chokeslam, almost got him. Goes for the knockout punch, hits the referee. Punches out Cena. He should have the win. There's no referee. Oh no! So starts slowly, and I mean slowly, a minute. He's standing there, just what do I do? What do I do? Climb out the fucking cage. Rhodes Clay comes out, stops him. Here comes Riley and Santino. Tries to stop the Big Show behind the cage. Just clusterfuck. It was a Russo clusterfuck. I have no idea what was going on. It was just so goddamn confusing. And then Cena hits the AA, starts climbing the cage instead of going through the door, and he wins. John Laurinaitis is fired. John Cena puts him to a table afterwards. This was just the biggest clusterfuck, stupidest main event you could possibly have for this show. If Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Kane had main evented the show, I probably wouldn't have cared about this match. I would have just said, okay, it was a stupid match and a stupid feud. But this is your main event. Main events are supposed to be the best match on the card, usually. Okay? And just this in last month you had a fucking horrible main event. This month you had another horrible main event. Have you learned your lesson yet? Have you learned to stop putting John Cena in the main event just because? I don't know what to say. I could go on a rant, but I'm not going to. Let me just say right now, if John Cena main events next month and he's not involved in the title match, which I hope he's not, because I'd rather just see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan do what they do best, wrestle, then I'm like seriously considering. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll probably end up watching WWE anyway, but just god damn it, can you give someone a fucking main event except for John Cena? Can you do it? That's what we're asking. I think I've rambled enough. I'm gonna stop before I go too far. Post your comments, your whatever. Shameless plug time. I'm gonna say it. I'm doing a Q&A thing. Basically, go to my video. I'll post in the link below, and ask me some questions you want me to answer. Wrestling related, video game related, movie related. I don't care, but I need some questions. Okay, that's it. Take care. Bye.